Join and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Get up on it. I came in this morning quoting a little Red Man for Riggins because I know that he liked that. He liked some of that stuff when he was young. Red Man and Method Man, all of the Wu-Tang Klansmen.
Mm-hmm. Wu-Tang's for the children.
Mm-hmm.
ODB, Raekwon, Inspector Dat.
Sounds like for the children.
Yeah.
Ghostface Killer.
And the thing that I was quoting is not for children for sure. So yeah. Lindsay still got sick people at her house. Mm-hmm. So if anybody would like to house her so she can get out of there, she's looking. Mm-hmm. She's looking to stay somewhere, an Airbnb.
Yep. I thought about just getting a hotel room for a few days.
Yeah, after it's over, after the sickness is over, or just to escape it.
To escape it. You're on your own, kids.
After my wife had, I think it may have been our son. So we had two little children at the time. So he was a month old or so. I came home on a Friday and gave her a key to a hotel and told her to just go spend the weekend at the hotel. It was in town here, Oh. And then I would take care of the children while she just went and relaxed, did what she did.
I love that.
And that was the weekend she ended up cheating on me in that room that I paid for.
I was gonna say, can you just text Kyle that, please? That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am
not the cheating part.
I mean, everybody knows what a prince of a person that I am. Stuff like that. And I didn't even get a babysitter to come help either. I mean, I was taking care of a toddler and a 1-month-old or whatnot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
two
tough.
kids.
That's kind of SOB I am, Brother Riggins.
Yeah, sounds like the Duggar house.
That's what I'm about right there. When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team. tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins Show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park, Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
So Lindsay's got 2 kids. TJ's got 2 kids. TJ will definitely tell you he was an active, involved father. Wears it like a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay is also actively involved. She seems to always be doing something with the kids, and I guess that's sort of just what happens when you have kids. You got to be involved in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember my parents being that hands-on with me, but I'm sure it happened. But there's a woman named Jillian, and I wonder if you guys can relate to this. She posted on TikTok, and I'll just read what she said. How wild is it that there are people that literally post on Facebook groups asking if anybody has a babysitter for the night? Like, quote, I need a babysitter. I'm willing to pay $20 an hour for my 3 kids. It'll be really easy, though, because the baby's going to be asleep. I just really need somebody, end quote. You're willing to go to Facebook and ask for a babysitter.
Yeah.
All the time.
She said it happens all the time.
But do they take babysitters from just any old body, or do they have to know the person and say, if that person vouches for them, then I trust them?
Well, Jillian goes on to point out, she goes, there's no way, even if it is a reference from somebody else in a mom group, that I'm going to let a stranger watch my kids without at least having met them in person beforehand.
Yeah.
But apparently this is happening. Lindsay, you've seen this?
Oh yeah. We have, but this is kind of different. We have a Facebook moms group for our neighborhood, and people every Friday and Saturday somebody's posting who's available to babysit, But when you think about it, there's 400 houses in this neighborhood. I mean, you don't know everybody.
Yeah, not at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They're relative strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do it because I'm weird about it too, but some people don't care.
She said, maybe I'm a helicopter mom, but no way am I hiring a random person without meeting them first. Every babysitter I've had, we've met first. What are your thoughts on this? Now, there's a lot of people that said this is absolutely crazy. But another person said, it's not the 90s. There aren't just like creeps hiding out on the internet anymore. It's like, what?
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Says the creep hiding out on the internet.
Yeah, maybe. That's the creep.
Right.
But you know what?
The 90s was safer than now.
You know what causes women to do this, though, Riggins? Is because they've got a night out planned and it's threatened.
Yeah.
And they're desperate because they want and need that night out so badly that, oh my God, I've got to fight until the very end until I have to give it up and say I can't go.
Even if it means going onto Facebook and reaching out to strangers to see if they watch my kids.
But again, they look at it like they're not strangers. They're, we know where they live and, whatnot.
Yeah, maybe.
And yeah, usually when you get a new babysitter, you do have them come over and hang out with the kids for a little bit and, kind of audition, so to speak. But I mean, if you're desperate, you got that 7:00 dinner reservation or 8:00 dinner reservation. You hadn't been out past 9, in months.
Yeah.
It's like, I got it. Please, somebody come through for me.
I'm not missing
I need to get out of this house.
We're going to Sagebrush. I'm not. You're not going to ruin my night. I'm going to be throwing them peanut shells on the floor, kids. I don't care. One way or the other. That is crazy.
Yeah, but I think $20 though is a bargain.
$20 for 3 kids.
$20 an hour for 3 kids. That's a bargain.
That's exactly
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm. Take that. If you can get them for $20, it doesn't matter where they just got out of jail.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I don't know if anybody else does this, but I did a really, really easy recipe for dinner last night, but I acted like it was more involved than what it really was. To make it seem like I'd really been doing something impressive.
Oh.
Because I know how to cook and I know the hard stuff and all of that, but sometimes it's like whenever you get a super easy recipe that you want to add your own flair to it and all, because you just feel kind of guilty if you don't.
Really?
Yeah, and so I didn't really add much to it to change it from the original easy recipe, and it was delicious. So I kind of acted like it was just my touch that was on it.
Who are you trying to impress?
My wife and the hidden cameras that follow me around making a movie of my life.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm watching that.
Mm-hmm. But it was even a crock pot thing.
Oh,
It was crock pot chicken tacos. Can you believe?
Heavens, TJ
Yum.
with the crock pot.
I need that recipe.
Big block of cream cheese in it.
No cream cheese. No. Just chicken thighs and salsa and rotel tomatoes and oh God, I can't believe I'm even saying this. A packet of taco seasoning. I didn't make my own taco seasoning.
This is my kind of recipe right here.
Yeah,
That should tell you everything.
It would be.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Rude.
Sorry, that was rude. You're right, that was rude.
Let's see, what else did it have in it? I think that was about it. And,
Nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. I did add a little Tony Sacheries in it because I'm from Louisiana and you have to.
I know.
You know, it doesn't matter what it is. You got to put some of that in there.
When you suggested putting Tony's on the popcorn the other day during your podcast, Jody about came up out of her seat. She goes, "Well, you can put that on yours. Don't put it on mine." she shut that down real quick.
But did I give you credit for making me want to do homemade popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to be on there acting like, hey, I just had this idea to do homemade popcorn.
Well,
you know,
It's hard. It's not even a recipe. It's just popping popcorn on the stove.
right? But I mean, I wouldn't even think of that if you didn't bring it in all the time with in the big bags.
Yeah, it's so good.
You haven't done that since Lindsay's been back with us, have you?
I haven't.
Well, she doesn't need it.
Is it me?
No. It's the cost of oil, quite honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to me it is anyway. Yeah, oil's so
Yeah.
expensive, so I don't even buy a lot of oil anymore.
Could you do it with Crisco shortening?
I think you probably
Yeah,
do it
you
with
could.
most things. Yeah.
Because I do it with that whipped coconut oil.
Yeah, that would be
You
good
know.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how they do it at the movie, and it's more of a preservative too. To natural preservative.
Was it good? Did it
What
turn
I'm
out good?
hearing is that I'm not worth the money.
Yeah.
Because you've done it before me for the girl.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
That's
they
not
used to
true.
sit, they used to sit side by side, Lindsay, and just share food all the morning.
Well,
And then,
she shared her food with me, and now Lindsay doesn't say. I'm really making out like a bandit in this whole.
But he would bring
Yeah.
giant bags of popcorn for her,
No, that's
homemade
not true.
popcorn.
That is not true.
And then he'd say, "Don't tell Lindsay."
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Every weekday, the Extra Funny podcast is available at tjriggins.com. It's uncensored and, well, extra funny. Extra Funny is sponsored by Eric Javits. Find your next great hat at Eric Javits. Get 20% off your order today by going to tjriggins.com/deals. That's tjriggins.com/deals. Then use promo code TJ at checkout.
Hey Charlotte, ready to enjoy a chef-prepared meal using delicious seasonal ingredients without ever having to leave your home? Table and Twine is the answer. Have a world-class dining experience without ever leaving your house. Learn more at tjriggins.com/tableandtwine.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey,
Good morning.
go check out the latest edition of the TJ and Jody's House podcast. Well, my wife has a mouth on her, doesn't she?
She does.
Just won't stop. All right. It's one of the sponsors of that is the Cozy Earth. You want that luxurious bubble cuddle blanket that I'm always talking about? You save 41% when you use the promo code TJ at tjriggins.com/deals. It's very, very soft and heavy and feels like I don't know, like I'm fancy when I'm under it watching ball games.
Oh, you fancy.
Yeah, I saw an odd fact this morning. You know, I'm the keeper of odd knowledge, And we used to do this thing where we would talk about politically incorrect nicknames that, not that people were bullied by, but by names that they accepted and they went along with and all of that. Like I had a friend whose last name was Bowen, and he had dandruff, and we called him Snow and Bowen. Things like that.
Sure.
So do you know how Shaky, the famous Shakey's Pizza, got its name?
No.
There was the guy who founded its name was Sherwood Johnson, and he got malaria in World War II, and it left him with nerve damage that made him shake, and so that was his nickname, Shaky.
Oh.
And then he turned it into the brand of one of the most famous pizza chains in America.
Really?
Shaky's
that.
Pizza.
I don't love that for him. I mean, but cute little story.
Lemonade out of lemons or whatever.
Yeah. What did they say?
But how many guys do you know, older men, that call themselves Shorty because they're short, and that's what people call them as a nickname, and then they call themselves Shorty.
Yeah.
So hey, this is Shorty. Can you do my da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah. Just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a negative, they just keep
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, like, be like if I introduced myself as Great Big Fat Boy.
Oh, geez.
Oh no.
That's my full name.
A string of insults.
First, middle, and last, right there.
Yeah. Lost his looks, Leon. It would be,
That hurts worse than Great Big Fat Boy. Lost his looks.
Yeah, I mean I could qualify for either.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree. She goes, yeah.
Yeah. What about short?
It's called self-deprecation, Lindsay.
Listen, I haven't slept in a week. I don't even know what I'm laughing at right now. But it's funny. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No,
you.
it's fine. It's fine. I know. I get it. Oh, and I could have also qualified for the name Shorty while we're at it as well. So I got them all. All right, we got more coming up. Hang on.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Buying diamonds in Antwerp, Belgium, like R. Gregory Jewelers does, is something special. You look at it, weigh it, look again. It's nice, but could it be better? Now, do that 10, 20, 50, or even more times. Your diamond is extra special, so we go the extra mile, literally, to the Diamond Capital, where selection and value are the best. We won't leave until the perfect one is found for you and everyone we're there for. To R. Gregory Jewelers, that really is something special.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
If you live in the Charlotte area and you need furniture, then you need Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. We love them, and you will too. So go to tjriggins.com/sweetdreams for Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
There's no business like show business like no business I know. I don't know why I wanted to say. Well, I know I got a celebrity story here, but I just thought I would throw that in as well.
I danced to that a couple times growing
I'm
up.
sure you have to.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Let me guess, you've probably also done a dance to Putting on the Ritz.
Oh, like 8 times. You kidding me?
Ritz,
I
yeah.
still remember the dance. Yeah, the Charleston.
Putting on the Ritz. You know that Leonardo DiCaprio is a pretty well-known figure, and he's in the news today because his friends think that his new girlfriend, 26-year-old Italian model Vittoria, not Victoria, Vittoria, Vittoria. Soretti.
Vittoria Soretti.
Yeah. Has him whooped.
Really?
Yeah. But he doesn't care because he's never been, quote, this in love or this devoted to a woman, end quote.
Oh, I got to see her.
I gotta see her too.
So he's 50 and he's known to always date much, much younger women. And so, what is she, 24 years younger than he is? He's 50, she's 26. That still, and I'll say it because I don't care. That tells me that something's wrong with him, that he's insecure or something to where he has to always date women who are so much younger than he is.
Yep.
That's an insecurity.
But it's never frowned upon. That's what kills me. Like, he is a celebrity. Oh, it's fine. He's famous. It's never frowned upon. But if Joe Schmo did it, we'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, if, I'm 55, but if I dated nothing but women who were 25 or so years younger than I am, people would think, what's wrong with him? And they'd also think, is he ordering these women from overseas? That's probably what they would think.
Vittoria.
Yeah, they say he swaps them out at 25. Like, that's his benchmark. But the fact that she's 26 might mean this story is true.
True.
But, yeah, something's wrong. If he can't conduct himself in a way that he feels like he's secure with a woman even close to his age, because that's what it is. I mean, it's you. If you date nothing but people that are that much younger than you, then you are afraid, I think, to be in a relationship with somebody that has about the same amount of life experience that you have.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Now,
Something's not right with him.
this Bill Belichick situation where he's 72 and she's 24 or whatever she is that different? Because that's just the first time he's ever gone with a younger woman like that, or is it is it worse that Leonardo DiCaprio only dates young women?
Leo's worse. I think, maybe listen, I think Bill Belichick is thinking, I'm old, I don't care, I want what I want. Now I've done my, I've been married, I've done all that, but Leonardo, it's like a rule for him. So he's mentally.
Yeah. The word chronic. It's thrown in there. He's a chronic young dater.
Yeah.
Playboy. Peter Pan.
Yeah. And they're both clowns at this point.
Yeah.
We can safely call them clowns.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house. You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Did you know you can add the homepage to your phone's home screen? It's easy. Check out the instructions at the top, and it only has to be done once. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice-cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, there's actually sad news to report from overnight. Every story is talking about this airplane crash at Reagan Washington National Airport. A flight from Kansas to Washington, D.C. crashed at about 9 p.m. The plane, before it landed, collided with a helicopter that was carrying 3 soldiers.
Yeah, it was a Black Hawk.
It was a Black Hawk helicopter. They said it was out for a training mission. But the plane is about to land, and this Black Hawk helicopter crashes into it. There were 64 people on the plane, 60 passengers, and 4 crew members, including some members of the U.S. figure skating team and some Russian figure skaters as well on this plane. And the search and rescue is currently happening. So they said
they're in the Potomac River.
They're in the Potomac River, and they're just now releasing pictures of the wreckage. But the president has already commented on it overnight, wondering what happened. And I think everybody's asking that. The video is all over the internet. This helicopter just goes straight into this plane.
Mm-hmm. It's so weird. So everybody's waiting to find out more about how, because the president was saying it looked like everything was on track, and then the helicopter saw the plane, and those are the questions. Why didn't the helicopter go up or down to move out of the way? Because they could see the lights on the plane and everything. The plane was doing what it was supposed to do. Evidently, the initial reports were saying that the helicopter was the one that they were trying to figure out what was going on. Like something was wrong in the helicopter.
Maybe he had a heart attack or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but
They said it was a clear night. I mean, it's just there's a lot of questions obviously that are going to be asked in the following hours and in the coming days. But I know the American Airlines CEO, I believe, said last night, made a statement, said I'm flying out there. And the Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, is on the scene. I remember him as a guy on The Real World. He's now the Secretary of Transportation.
Really?
Remember Sean?
Yeah.
From Real World Boston, I think it was.
I remember.
Yeah. Now he's
That's so weird.
I know, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a terrible, awful situation. So we're going to give you updates when we get them as they, come out throughout the morning. But it's devastating. It's been, they said the last American crash was 2016 or something like that, or 2009?
Yeah, and there was an American Airlines, what do they call them, commuter flight or Eagle, American Eagle. Yeah. And it was in Charlotte. There was one of those in Charlotte that crashed.
Really?
Yeah, or it either happened here in Charlotte or it was a plane that was leaving Charlotte or some kind of connection with Charlotte, I believe.
Man.
This is why I need to be punched in the face and knocked out before I fly now. Because I'm serious. I hear these stories and it just terrifies me.
Yeah.
But they're so rare.
But when I'm not in control, listen, I'm not saying I'm the most responsible person, but I don't want to be flying the plane. But
yeah. So Reagan Washington National Airport is going to be closed throughout the morning. They said the first flight will take off at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they're going to hopefully figure out what happened. But it is obviously a tragic story.
sad.
I thought about TJ yesterday when I was in the pet store. You might think that's odd, but I think it'll make a lot more sense when I share the story next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
So I shared this a couple weeks ago. My dog is on an intentional weight loss journey at the moment.
A forced weight loss journey.
It might be forced. It is forced because I'm dictating what he can eat and what he can't eat. It turns out he's overweight and he's got some arthritis now. So the vet said it'd make a lot of sense if he lost some weight. And I said, well, how do you do that?
yeah. And who's not overweight? I mean,
right.
Like,
and I'm like looking down at myself. I'm like, well, join the crowd. Me and you both, brother. So, Yeah, I was like, so how do you do that? And they were like, well, what are you giving him as treats? And they offered suggestions, and they said, you can also cut down his food by 20%. So now I'm like a mathematician, standing in the kitchen with a pen and paper going, what's 20% of, I don't know. So I'm just trying to make smarter decisions for my dog. But
better bad choices
for the dog in the house. And he's not happy. I've switched out all his treats for like carrot sticks, which he eats begrudgingly, and, it's not as much fun.
It's like, this isn't bacon.
This is not good at all. So I switched his food within the same brand. I give him this food called Natural Balance Food, and it was a company started by Dick Van Patten, the guy from Hollywood. He's an actor, and
he had a show in the 70s and 80s called 8 is Enough.
Yeah. You'd immediately recognize him,
right.
even if you don't know the name. He's like synonymous with American Hollywood and stuff. But he started this dog food company. He's a big, passionate dog guy. And I love it. So I switched over to another flavor of food that's helping dogs lose weight. And TJ, you know how you always say, it's so ridiculous that we can't even call them, what is it, senior dogs?
Old dogs.
Old dogs.
You got to call them senior dogs to keep from hurting their feelings.
We now call them senior dogs, and that's what the vets call them and stuff like that. But this food, I thought of you when I bought it yesterday because it's lower calorie and stuff like that, but it's Natural Balance Fat Dogs.
Yeah. That's it.
I love that.
It's not weight loss management food that you see on a lot of that leaner this. It's fat dogs.
And the picture of the dog on there, he's like, what'd I ever do to y'all?
I'm the example for the fat dog.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Yeah, and you know what? The dog will never know.
Yeah.
Like your dog is not going to know and feel insulted if he sees that bag sitting on the counter. Yeah, so he calling me fat.
He's the smartest dog in the world. Does that say fat?
Is he calling me fat?
Surely that's for him,
Yeah.
my owner.
Fat dog.
So I appreciate it. And I'm going to see if it works out. But, and anytime I talk about dog food, people get all bent out of shape. Like, your dog shouldn't be eating kibble. I was like, well, okay, I don't have the time in the morning to prepare him a chef.
Get over yourself.
He's fine. That's not what's going to kill him. It's not.
It'll be a car. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, he's big, but we're trying to get him less big.
How many times a day do you feed him?
Twice.
Really?
Yeah, in the morning and the evening.
I watched this dog trainer on social medias, and he says you're only supposed to feed him once a day.
Really?
Yeah, and he's British, and he cusses a lot and yells at people, and they're like somebody's arguing with him. His videos are just like, you only feed it.
And no one's talking to him.
He's just sitting in a van full of dogs talking.
Oh, gosh. Just yelling at people. That's terrible.
You feed him more than once a day, guess what? He's going to get fat. You're going to have to exercise him more. It's once a day. We feed our dogs once a day, once a blanking day.
The dogs are like, shut up.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
What you doing there, Greg?
Oh, hey, Katie. I'm making my world-famous Gregnog.
Well, if it's so world famous, how come I don't know about it?
There's a lot you don't know about me. Like how I just ordered truckloads of our most popular items at Sweet Dreams.
You did what?
Shh.
Right now, save up to 70% on overstocks, clearance, and closeouts. In stock and ready to rock. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today.